senior tech editor with Business Insider. Steve, good morning.
Good morning.
Sounded like yesterday that the senators brought a knife to a gunfight. Mark Zuckerberg clearly knows all about Facebook, and these guys barely know how to program their VCR.
Yeah, I take a more nuanced view. I don't see it so much as these are a bunch of old senators who don't know how to program a VCR. I see it more as they didn't come prepared. There was plenty of interviews out there that Zuckerberg gave last week and the week before with media outlets that they could have used to really answer a lot of the questions that they asked yesterday and really move the ball forward, and get to the heart of this thing, which is, what are you guys doing to make sure you're being transparent about how you're using data and how you're tracking users? And not many of the senators got to that. So he was able to coast yesterday, and it was reflected in the stock price. The investors loved it.
Why do you think they were? I mean, they're not stupid people. I mean, did they call off the dogs? Both parties have issues with Facebook. So why did they take such a tepid approach?
I don't know why, but it seems like historically Congress hasn't really had an appetite for regulating the tech industry, at least not since the whole debacle with Microsoft over a decade ago, 20 years ago. So there's not much of an appetite there to regulate. And also, it's a different kind of thing. When you're using Facebook, you don't really see what's going on in the background. What you see is, sharing photos and messages with people you know, and it's less about like a material impact on you. And unless you actually feel that impact, it's kind of hard for Congress to respond and fight on behalf of their constituents when people aren't really upset about it.
A lot of people know what they did was wrong, but they don't know what they did or how they did it, but people are upset. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it's kind of this weird thing. And I mean, I cover technology for a living, and even I'm still trying to kind of unpack how this whole system works, how Facebook works. The Facebook experience is different for every single person and every single company and every single politician trying to reach out to people. So it's a very just crazy behemoth to kind of unpack how it works.
It's a private company. They're going to be in charge of what is hate speech, what is not hate speech, what is acceptable speech, what isn't. I mean, the Supreme Court is still grappling with that. We're going to turn that over to private companies now?
Yeah, I mean, this is the whole thing. So when it comes to hate speech and things like that, they have pretty clear definitions of what they think that means, but they're not that great at enforcing it. As far as political speech, I know there's this kind of notion out there that they're censoring certain political speech, but they're fine with that. What they aren't fine with are abusive things, attacking people, personal attacks, pornography, terrorist content, which are things I think all of us can agree do not belong on the platform.
Yeah, it's a strange world we live in. Steve Kovacs, senior tech editor with Business Insider. Steve, thanks for checking in.